July 21st, 2017. Before we get to Brittany Beggs, we want to take you live outside. This is the situation. 75 southbound in Hamilton County at mile marker 1. You can see the smoke curling off of a vehicle fire. Currently, right now, as of 6:30, the roadway is closed. 75 southbound at the 24 split. Roadway is closed. If you're heading down towards Georgia, it is going to be quite a while before you're getting anywhere. And I'm also receiving word right now, the northbound lane, the left-hand northbound lane also closed right now. So it is a mess on the roadways this morning. Obviously, we'll be covering this throughout the rest of this news.
So that's the 75-24 split right there coming from East Brainerd.
Yes, correct.
So people can put that into perspective,
correct.
Exactly where that is.
Yeah,
if you're heading into like downtown and towards Atlanta area right there.
Right now, Interstate 75 southbound, according to TDOT, crash at mile marker 1. So it's going to be, they're not expected to clear this until 10 a.m.
Wow.
So you need to seek an alternate route. You can still see that smoke curling off of that.
I was going to say that smoke is pretty clear there. Yeah.
So we're going to update you that for at least the next half hour, and then through the Today Show cut-ins. In the meanwhile, the other big story today is the heat, Brittany.
Yes,
That's going to be almost just oppressive throughout the Tennessee Valley.
Yeah,
so hot and humid.
All weekend, in fact. And there is a heat advisory for Franklin and Jackson counties now, just on the fringe of our viewing area. So closer to Highway 65 you are, that's where the heat index could reach up to 104, 105 today. So we're looking at here in the city close to 102. So ACs obviously are going to have to be running all day today. Take a look at our out-the-door temperatures. If you're boating, that's really a great idea to be out on the water today. A high close to 95. So if we get to that, that's going to be the hottest day of the year so far. As far as our rain chance, it's from about 11 a.m. until 5 p.m. this evening. And I'll be breaking down where in the Tennessee Valley coming up at 6:45.
All right, thanks so much for that update. Stay hydrated. That is the name of the game. Well, breaking right now, police are on the scene of Chattanooga's latest homicide.
Well, Channel 3's Tim Pham has been on the scene this morning. He joins us live from Hickson Pike with the latest. Good morning, Tim.
Good morning to both of you. We just had a chance to speak with the Chattanooga Police Department, and they tell us that this is a homicide and that a man was killed earlier this morning around 3:30. We also learned that it was a police officer that actually noticed the victim on the ground, and he was the one who tried to save the victim. It all happened here at the BP on Hickson Pike and Cloverdale. It is still an active scene here this morning. Police have roped off the perimeter, and they tell us that it'll be blocked off for at least another half an hour until they can reopen it, but they will remain on scene. Police have used their 3D imaging devices to gather evidence and try and figure out what exactly happened. Police do tell me that they do have a person of interest right now, but they have not released any more details about the suspect, but they tell us that there's no threat to the public at this time. They're also not releasing the identity of the victim until family members are notified. This is the 21st homicide in Chattanooga and 67th shooting, and I should mention this is the second one in just 24 hours. It has been a very eventful 24 hours in the scenic city. We're working to gather more details surrounding the circumstances of this shooting. We'll be sure to update you on air and online. But for now, reporting live in Hickson, Tim Pham, Channel 3 Eyewitness News.
All right, Tim, thank you for that. Of course, we're going to be following that, as Tim was saying, both on air and online.
All throughout the morning, yes. Well, there is a fire on Bunker Hill Road in Birchwood. The Highway 58 Volunteer Fire Department is at the scene. It started around 3:30. We have no reports of any injuries at this time.
Well, one local sheriff may be facing charges after allegations from a county commissioner.
Well, the Tennessee Bureau of Investigation is looking into that matter. Findings were presented to the grand jury. Channel 3's Michelle Herron joins us now live from Bradley County with the very latest and what we've been able to learn about all of this that's going on. Good morning, Michelle.
Good morning to you. You know, if Sheriff Eric Watson here in Bradley County were charged, he would have to report to the jail here in Bradley County that he is actually in charge of. Now, again, that is if he is charged. We don't know what kind of charges he could be facing in this situation. I'm going to tell you what we do know, though. We know that County Commissioner Dan Rawls filed complaints last year of possible misuse of county credit cards and alleged abuse of power. Now, a district attorney out of Sevier County presented the findings from a TBI investigation on Wednesday. We don't know if the grand jury chose to charge Watson.
This is proven to have been committed, he should face the same justice as anyone else, you know, and so that's the realism of it. That's where we are, you know, and I don't want to see that someone's given any leeway just because of an elected position.
Now, the sheriff's attorney says Watson did nothing illegal. We also know that a judge from Rutherford County has been assigned to this case. Now, we were told yesterday that Sheriff Watson has been on vacation. We are still pushing to find out more about this situation and to find out if the sheriff has been charged. And as soon as we know, we'll be sure to let you know. We're tracking this story very closely. For now, reporting live out of Bradley County, I'm Michelle Herron, Channel 3 Eyewitness News.
All right, thanks so much, Michelle, as we continue to watch that story as well out of Bradley County. All right, time now to switch gears and talk some weather, and as we've been saying, basically just oppressive heat coming today.
Same story, different day, except a little bit hotter. You know, yesterday we saw that heat index get to 100. Today, possibly 102 in the city. So there's a little bit of low visibility. You can see out of Fort Payne, it's near a quarter of a mile, so we're keeping an eye on that. However, I do not expect fog to linger until 9 a.m. So that should lift here for your morning commute. Just want to take a few extra minutes. There's your heat index though today, starting up at noon all the way through this evening. You can see as early as 1 o'clock it would be close to 100, 101, topping 102, and still at 6 o'clock could be close to 101. So even though, you know, Hamilton County, Bradley County not under that heat advisory, still nothing to be shy about today. So just obviously want to stay hydrated. But I will be back. We have a little bit of rain in sight. Will give us a little bit of relief for both Saturday and Sunday evening. So I'll break down our storm chances coming up in looks like the next 9 minutes or so.
All right, Brittany. Hey, breaking right now. This just happened in about the last 13 to 15 minutes. You're looking at a complete interstate shutdown. Interstate 75 southbound. There was a vehicle on fire, collided with that semi truck you see right there. We do have reports of injury at this location. So let me break it down for you if you're just turning in right now. Interstate 75 southbound in Hamilton County, mile marker 1. The roadway southbound is closed at this time, not expected to be reopened until 10 a.m. And as you see northbound right now, not only are rubberneckers slowing things down, but you also have the closure of that left lane causing delays as you're getting north around mile marker 1. We're going to obviously keep you up to date on this for the rest of the half hour here on Eyewitness News Today, and then as we go into the Today Show.
All right, definitely big impact for morning commuters. Coming up on Channel 3 Eyewitness News Today, well, we're going to have a look at how far one good deed can go. All right, that's going to be a good news for us. Not as good right here. Another look at that semi-fire on 75 southbound at the 24 split. Stay with us. It's 6:38 on this Friday. We'll be right back.
Well, survivors of the sunken USS Arizona will make history again when they arrive at the White House today. President Trump and Vice President Mike Pence will meet with 3 of the only 5 survivors of the Pearl Harbor attack who are still alive. The men are being honored at the World War II Memorial with a pure silver commemorative Pearl Harbor coin. The 5-ounce coin was minted to honor the 75th anniversary of the attack on Pearl Harbor, of course, on December 7th, 1941. Well, sometimes good deeds take a while to pay off.
Well, but listen, these girls right here donated pet oxygen masks to a California fire department, and this week, fire crews rescued a dog from a burning house. They used one specialized mask to save this little guy. Oh, look at that. When they carried Jack outside, the firefighters worked to revive him using the masks that are specifically designed to resuscitate pets. Jack became alert and was then transported to a veterinary hospital, and Jack's owners were very grateful to those Girl Scouts. Look there, Jack there, coming back to life. Coming up on Eyewitness News today, Brittany has a look at your weekend forecast. A spoiler alert, it is going to be hot.
Other spoiler alert, you're not going to get anywhere you're going on time if you're heading 75 southbound. Interstate closure at this time. This is the top story of the hour right now. As you can see, there was a tractor trailer incident. It was on fire for a good period of time. Now it looks like 75 southbound at mile marker 1 is closed completely. Northbound, you can see at least the left-hand lane closed, so it's going to slow you down getting up through there. Of course, we're going to keep an eye on this all morning right here on Channel 3.
Channel 3 Eyewitness News traffic sponsored by Plaza Uniform at CHI Memorial. Shop for one of the largest selections of the latest styles of uniforms from name brands. Visit online at uniformplaza.com.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, put down your toothbrush for just a moment and take a look at this. This is Interstate 75 southbound. Interstate is completely shut down for a, quote, undetermined amount of time. This is at mile marker 1. You see right there a semi-fire on 75 southbound at the 24 split, causing this incident right at about 6:23 this morning. There was a large fire actually. Smoke was billowing for, you could see it for miles and miles. That has since been extinguished. We do have reports of injuries at this location. So of course, anybody out there, highway patrol, city police, sheriff's deputies, everyone out there are going to make sure that this scene is taken care of before they open the roadway. Again, initial report said 10 a.m. of the roadway reopening. Right now it is a quote, undetermined amount of time. So take that into consideration as you're getting out and about 75 southbound at mile marker 1. All right, the other big story of the morning, Brittany, the heat moving into the Tennessee Valley.
Yeah, you know, yesterday we got up to 94. Today it's going to be even hotter. I think we'll get up to 95. Here is our headlines. More heat, more humidity, and we do have some more rain to tell you about for the upcoming weekend. It'll help cool the atmosphere a little bit. You know, next week I'm actually tracking temperatures slightly below average for the end of July, and I'm going to show you my newest 7-day here in a minute. But high temperatures today, obviously it's a toasty day. 95 for Chattanooga, 96 from Dalton, Athens at 92, 94 from Cleveland today. Very small rain chance from 11 a.m. until about 5 p.m. Those closer to the Walden Ridge area near Altamont, you might pick up on a little bit of rain after 11 a.m., although I think you're going to be welcoming it, factoring in the humidity today. Some locations are going to be hitting the triple-digit mark as far as the heat index goes. So Bradley and Hamilton counties not under the heat advisory, but those west of I-75, you're under that advisory today. That is until this evening. All right, for your evening out this evening, looks like at 9 o'clock we're at 86 degrees. Very small shower chance, but it looks like that ends by about 5 or 6 p.m. And then take a look at our midnight temperature still. 81 degrees, so very warm night ahead. Tomorrow we've got a little bit of rain to tell you about during the day. However, it looks like to be under 1/10 of an inch of rain for tomorrow evening. There will be some isolated showers developing. Vipercast picking up on this for 1 o'clock tomorrow. You can see out of Murphy. Looks like those possibly east of 75 have the best chance. As we head into Sunday though, there will be the potential, I think, for some organized storms, and it looks like by Sunday evening is the best chance. This forecast model shows by about 6 a.m. a couple of storms developing, but I think the best chance will be developing after about 4 or 5 o'clock. A line will be developing to our north, and I think that'll be moving in by Sunday evening. Now, this is preliminary for Monday, but forecast models are showing about 1/2 to 1.5 inches of rain by next Monday. So it's going to be soggy, I think, for Monday as well. So we'll be keeping you updated on that. Of course, you want to check back in with Paul tonight. He'll have the newest Vipercast as far as rain amounts through the weekend and then into Monday and Tuesday.
All right. Thanks so much there. Okay. Well, coming up on Channel 3 Eyewitness News today, we are tracking several breaking stories this morning. We're going to update you on the latest, including a live report from Tim Pham at the scene of Chattanooga's latest homicide.
Of course, we'll update you on this interstate shutdown 75 southbound at mile marker 1. First, though, here's a look at what's coming up on the Today Show with Joe Fry.
It was called the parole hearing of the century, a dramatic event where O.J. Simpson was in front of cameras for more than an hour, stating his case, arguing why he should be released from prison after serving 9 years behind bars. In the end, the parole board agreed, voting unanimously, that he should be released sometime this October. We'll walk you through the highs and lows of the hearing and have reaction from both Simpson's supporters and his detractors coming up this morning on Today.
All right, developing this morning, police are on the scene of Chattanooga's latest homicide.
Yeah, Channel 3's Tim Pham joins us live now from the scene with more on this. He's trying to gather more details. Good morning, Tim.
Well, good morning to both of you. Still a lot of unanswered questions, but what we do know is that there's no threat to the public at this time. The shooting happened at around 3:30 this morning, and police are still on scene. And we just saw police remove the vehicle that the body was found next to. We're told that a police officer was actually the person that saw this all unfold. They saw the victim on the ground and they called for backup. Right now, it's still unclear what happened, but again, the victim has not yet been identified, and they say they have a person of interest, but no arrest has been made at this time. So they're working to gather details, and as soon as they get them, we'll be sure to pass them along to you. But for now, reporting live in Hickson, Tim Pham, Channel 3 Eyewitness News.
All right, Tim, thank you so much for that live report as we continue to follow this breaking news this morning. All right, there is a fire on Bunker Hill Road in Birchwood. The Highway 58 Volunteer Fire Department is at the scene. It started around 3:30 at this time. We have no reports of any injuries.
All right, to the other breaking news of the morning, let's go ahead and take this live shot right here. TDOT Smartway showing us a complete interstate shutdown. 75 southbound at mile marker 1. There has been a tractor trailer incident. Now earlier on the left-hand side of our screen, this camera is from a few miles away. You can actually, Latrice, remember, see that smoke billowing up from that fire. Now the report of that accident came in at about 6:23 this morning. Initial reports said the Interstate 75 southbound was going to be reopened at 10 a.m. That has since been postponed. It is now an undetermined amount of time. A few moments ago, Latrice, when we were in commercials, we saw that ambulance pulling off. We do have reports of injuries. We just don't know the extent.
I was going to say, we don't really have any details at this time about the extent of the injuries, but again, you're looking at that, and for that is a major thoroughfare for people on their morning commute. So again, if you travel that way, 75 southbound near the 24 split, you use that route, you are going to have to take an alternate route this morning and give yourself a bit of extra time, because that is, you cannot get through that area this morning. As you see, as John's been telling you, complete shutdown there. And as he said, the ambulance did take someone away. We're working to get more details about the extent of their injury, but keep that in mind. You will not be able to use that route going southbound this morning.
And of course, this will affect everything up to almost Ooltewah from this point all the way down the ridge cut and into the city of Chattanooga. So just give yourself time, find the alternate route, use those surface streets, and of course we're going to follow this throughout the Today Show cut-ins at 25 and 55 past the hour. Okay, well, coming up on Eyewitness News today, Brittany's going to be here with a final check of your forecast as you head out the door. It is going to be hot today, very hot. All right, 6:55. We'll be right back.
Well, we do have a heat advisory. It is for Franklin and Jackson counties, and it's now until 8 p.m. this evening. And that's because the heat index could reach 105 in our counties shaded in orange there. Otherwise, take a look at our Viper heat index. This is showing at 9 a.m. close to 98 from Cleveland and Athens. Yeah, know what? This is what we're working with today. There's going to be a few spots hitting 100, 103 out of Chattanooga. This is at noon. It's still going to be in the triple digits for the evening commute for some locations. So, you know, even though we're not under the heat advisory here in Hamilton County or even in Bradley County, this is really something you don't want to really even mess with. So pools are good, of course, a great idea today. Go to the movies or, hey, do some shopping. Here's our Friday planner. 95 actual air temperature today. We'll keep an eye on some showers from 11 a.m. until 5 p.m. for the Walden Ridge area. And it looks like tomorrow, under 1/10 of an inch of rain, could have some more measurable rain for Sunday and Monday. So we'll have to keep an eye on some possible flooding for Sunday and Monday.
All right, Brittany, thanks so much for that. I think we're going to check TDOT one more time. This is the breaking news happening right now. Interstate 75 was completely shut down. You see right now the officials are letting people go on the emergency shoulder. So as you're getting out there, expect this. Expect delays. We're taking all the TDOT cameras from all over the area, and then it is just back up. So 75 southbound, mile marker 1. You see the shoulder is open to commute right there, but you're going to want to find an alternate route. Yeah, you certainly are, so be careful out there. And as John said, we'll keep you updated all throughout the morning on this situation. Big thanks to everyone behind the scenes. And if you are headed to work, take us with you in the WRCB app. You can also follow us on Twitter and Facebook. Enjoy your weekend. Stay high.